We're very honored to have Suzanne Painter-Saplee with us on staff from Vollrath. She is a LEED AP plus ID and C, and fill me in a little bit on what that all stands for.
A LEED accredited professional, and ID and C is the new word for what used to be known as commercial interiors, that is now interior design and construction.
Okay, and you're the director, consultant of sales?
I work with specifiers. That would include a dealer that specifies jobs and equipment. That would be food service consultants. Pretty much anybody that would be designing a kitchen I'm there to support.
Okay. And how does Vollrath then support specifiers with their green initiatives that they want to approach to?
Well, LEED is not going away. It was introduced in the early 90s, and every government building, every school, most of your colleges and universities, corporate places like Apple, Google, Microsoft, any new facility that they build is going to be a LEED facility. And so food service for a long time has been left out of this type of program. But the worm is turned, and now the food service specifiers are getting asked to contribute to LEED credits where possible. And so about 4 years ago, I got LEED accredited, and it was difficult because so much is out of the food service realm. But now, with all of the water and energy that commercial kitchens use, is finally being recognized as a significant contribution. And so the fact that Vollrath hired a LEED accredited professional to support our customers, I think is a pretty good deal for them.
So what are some of those products that you see that Vollrath has that helps go toward that green initiative?
Well, I think the best story, the one that actually is going to be downright compelling when the actual study comes out, is Induction. Induction has been over in the U.S. for a very long time, but it's very much a chef-driven thing. And we've all known for years that induction cooking is energy efficient, it's very fast, and you do not have the level of ventilation requirements, and you also have considerably less heat gain to the room. So as you know, is that spending your day over a gas range can make for a pretty hot kitchen. And what induction brings to the party is not just a more efficient way of cooking, a faster way of cooking, but also a cooler way of cooking. And what's happened recently is we worked with Fisher-Nickel on a study that they championed. And that study had to do with truly quantifying not just the efficiency of the appliances in of itself, but also the rest of the story, which is heat gain and the ventilation aspects. We all know theoretically that that's true, but for the first time there's somebody that's quantified it, and now we can actually put some numbers to it and say induction will save you X number of kilowatt hours for your air conditioning and will save you Y amount of therm based on its cooking efficiency. So it's really a complete story. It's not just gas versus induction anymore. And the other product is waste is very important. Mm-hmm. And of course, the disposables versus permanent wear has been a debate for like ever. There's so many people still using styrofoam cups and all that other good stuff. But cups are generally not going to ever go to a permanent wear. It's always going to be a cup that gets carried out. So with that, you're going to need a lid for that cup. And I was at Boeing recently, and Boeing told me that they have only recently put into place a rule where nobody can leave the corporate cafeteria with a beverage unless it has a lid on it. So now they are challenged with finding a way of doing it. Well, we all know if we've gone and gotten a lid, we go to Costco, we get our hot dog and our Coke, and we take our lid out of the middle because you never know what person has grabbed them from before, and we want one that's nice and fresh. Well, a lot of lids get thrown in the garbage can, and that's not good. You would think if you sell 100 beverages that you'd use 100 lids. But if it ends up being a 2-for-1 proposition, that's money, that's waste. And also, if the lids stay in place rather than being dropped on the floor, it also could be contamination. So what we have is something called a lid saver. And for the type of thing it is, it's simple, but it's cool. The idea behind it is that your lids dispense one at a time. So there's never an excuse for somebody not getting a fresh lid each time. So there's been studies done that have shown that your lids can actually, there's a payback to it because you're using fewer than one lid per person. And that's the way it should be.
Okay, you make serving lines and all different kinds of innovative designs. What are you seeing out there now that's being used that you appreciate?
Well, one of the things that is really interesting about the way that Vollrath makes the serving lines is, yes, we do have wood composite material, millwork, just like everybody else. Mm-hmm. But something that we do have that makes us truly unique, and that's why our kiosks are in practically every stadium in the country, is because we use aluminum composite material. And this is a little sample of it, but what's significant about it is that all those beautiful curves that you see in some of the new dining facilities, whether it's a hospital, corporate cafeteria, your colleges and universities, is that the designers don't want to draw a straight line anymore. They want those graceful curves. And so why not? Well, this type of material, the aluminum composite material known as Alucobond, has about 37% of recycled content. So it is a very green material to use. It has the product data associated with it for LEED, but also it can be skinned with anything. You can even skin it with bamboo, you can put laminate on it, a number of form and finishes type surfaces, anything that you want that meets your eye. But the beauty of it is that it's also lightweight, and so there's much better carbon footprint from a weight standpoint. It can be bent beautifully and retain its shape. It practically supports itself with the way that you can build in what would amount to be a frame, but it really isn't. So that nice seamless look that a lot of people want. But what's interesting about the material too is that a lot of the newer buildings that are being built are actually made of this material. So there is some real innovation behind repurposing this type of material, an actual building material, to use in a serving line.